Bruno Mars and Grenade. This is Dee. It's Tuesday tea time. It's 8 minutes past 6. Yes, tea time. It's Taste Cheshire Tuesday. And we say welcome to Debbie and Manny from Bongo's Rock and Roll Pickles. Welcome back, I should say.
Hi, Gavin.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Gavin. Hi, everybody.
Hello, both of you. It's great to see you back. You came in, I guess, about 18 months ago when I was doing the breakfast show.
Yeah, we were really new in those days, yes. It was
I'm nervous.
new and nervous, not anymore.
And now you're experienced, you're confident,
Absolutely.
and you've expanded your range of rock and roll pickles.
We certainly have, just in time for the Chester Food and Drink Festival. We have a couple of new little products for you to taste today, Gavin.
Well,
Hope you've got your good taste buds on.
Oh, I've always got good taste buds on. Always. I can't wait to get stuck in. But first of all, let's just have a little bit of a recap. So, Debbie, you're an actress, or you were an actress.
I was an actress, yeah.
And Manny, you played drums with Tears for Fears.
I certainly did, yeah, for my sins. That was a while ago.
Well,
and,
you were on the two big Tears for Fears albums, weren't you?
yes, The Hurting and Songs from the Big Chair.
Now, I always think they were the best Tears for Fears
very
albums.
nice of you to
Especially
say
the
so.
drumming, I thought was excellent.
That's even nicer of you to say so. I tend to think that too.
It's a long way from drumming and acting to making pickles, so just fill in the gaps. What
Yeah,
happened?
we see we're rock and roll. Music has always also incorporated food. Musicians love their food.
That's true.
Yes, it's never gone away. And once on tour, you know that the service stations and all that, the food that you have to eat on tour often needs a little bit of help.
Bit of pepping up.
A bit of pepping up, a little bit of hoo-ha. So I've made this pickle for about 25 to 30 years, used to take it on the road with me.
Right.
And the boys in the band absolutely loved it, to the point where they used to order it before we went on tour. So, a dozen jars would go with me onto the tour bus. And it just kept going until fairly recently when I stopped touring and Deb said, I need to not be quite so lazy.
Lazy, yeah.
I need to get off my rear end and do something other than just watch the sport. And I said, well, what do you suggest? She said, make your pickles and I'll sell them. Here we are.
Perfect. Oh, that's brilliant. And who knew that Tears for Fears tours were sort of, kept on the road, I suppose, by your pickle.
By the Chillimanjaro, yeah.
Wow.
It has been all over the world, this Chillimanjaro, I have to say.
So tell us about the recipe, or the recipes. Where did they originate from?
The recipe originated from... it's a strange thing. I couldn't buy Indian chilies because I grew up in Calcutta. I was looking for Indian chilies when I lived down south in Bath. Went to a supermarket in the Indian Quarter in Bristol, saw these chilies, bought a carrier bag full, took it home, put it in the fridge. The next morning I thought, what have I done? I'm never going to eat a carrier bag full of chilies. So I thought, let me use them up and make a pickle. It's the only time in my life I've ever written a recipe down, and that's where the Chillimanjaro came from.
So when you guys were last here, we had, I think, 3 different products. And,
Yes,
and now
yeah.
you're up to 5.
Yes, now we have. Last time you tasted our chili jam and the Chillimanjaro and the Extreme Chili Crush, which you'll be tasting again today. You'll be pleased to know.
I am pleased to know. I really am. I'd have been disappointed if you hadn't have brought them with you.
Exactly, you got to bring the Chillimanjaro with you. So this time we've made a mild version of the Chillimanjaro. You know, your introduction to spice.
Yes.
For those people who I like a korma or slightly
Oh,
hotter.
those sort of people.
People that don't eat chili. So we get them hooked on the Chillimanjaro first,
Excellent.
and then when that's gone mild for them, we move them up to the Chillimanjaro. So that's that end of the scale, and on the other end of the scale, we now make our firework jerk, which is probably about 350,000 Scovilles to 400,000 Scovilles.
Sounds hot.
It's warm, yes, but it's not stupidly hot. It's not one of those testosterone-y sort of.
Right, because that's the one thing with chilies and hot food. I mean, I don't see the point in eating something that's so hot that you're literally sweating and you've got to down loads of milk to combat the burning
that's
sensation.
Kind of a different thing. I think people do that because it's like a challenge of eating it. Whereas with our stuff, we always say it's flavour, not testosterone. It's about a really great accompaniment to food. So if you're spending all that money on a decent piece of fish or chicken or something, why would you ruin it with something so hot that it means you can't eat it?
Absolutely.
So ours is all big flavours.
Last time you were here, you very kindly left me a couple of jars, which I used at a barbecue I had in my house.
Excellent.
Well, my garden last year.
Excellent.
And people were raving about them. They were loving
Thank
them.
you. Oh,
So, yeah, it's been a while since I've had any because the jars are all empty at home. But,
right, well, you've got more now. You've got a whole
brilliant.
range.
I can't wait to get stuck in. I just want to have a quick word before we move on with Louis Middlehurst from Allington Hughes. Nice to see you again,
Hello.
Louis, who is here. And you're sponsoring the Food and Drink Festival again this year.
We are. It's our 4th year.
Yeah.
I always seem to be in the studio when there's food around.
Yeah, well, you perfectly time it,
It
don't
tends
you?
to happen in my personal life because I'm quite renowned for being wherever there is food. So,
Timing.
yeah, it's our 4th year at the festival, and we are obviously looking forward to it as much as the exhibitors. So.
Yeah, cool. And what are you thinking about these pickles? I saw the colour drain from your face at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Firework
was
jerk.
just saying before we came in, I'm quite partial to a bit of hot food, but then I've had a sniff of the hot end of the spectrum, and it's I just
We're still talking about pickles, everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just Chillis, folks.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll come back and we'll try all 5, Louis and I, in just a couple of minutes. Song first? Got to be Tears for Fears. Now, Manny, you'll be pleased to know that I played Head Over Heels earlier on, so that was from Songs from the Big Chair, wasn't it? So this time I thought something from The Hurting. Pale Shelter?
Pale Shelter sounds brilliant.
Any excuse to play a Tears for Fears song, and, you know, if you got the drummer of the band in the studio, that's a pretty good excuse. There they are with Pale Shelter, and Manny is here, former drummer with Tears for Fears, and his partner Debbie, and together they are now Bongo's Rock and Roll Pickles. We were speaking about the company a few minutes ago, and now it's the moment of truth.
It's time to taste,
Excellent.
gentlemen.
So
Are you
Louis
ready?
Middlehurst is here from Allington Hughes, the sponsors of the Food and Drink Festival, and Debbie, you're going to talk us through
I am,
each
yes.
one, aren't you?
We're going to go from milder end through to the hotter end.
Okay.
So we're going to start off first with a chili jam, which we call Chillimanjaro. It's sweet, it's hot, it's lovely. It's great with cheese, so I've got a little piece of cheese there for you.
Fabulous. Oh,
Take
how
one of them.
gorgeous.
You might need a
Thank
napkin,
you.
it could be a bit
Oh,
messy.
we don't bother with serviettes here.
There you go. They're Christmas napkins, but hey,
Thank you.
with bongos, the festivity never ends.
Oh.
So you get sweet, it's hot, it's great, you know, like if you're doing a baked camembert. Yeah, it's lovely with that. We eat it with sausages. See?
Now I can see
Lead
what
it, see?
I can see what Louis is thinking. He's thinking, heck, this was the mild one. Is that what you're thinking?
That's quite good how you know that.
Well, I was kind of thinking the same myself. That was slightly spicier than I remember the chili jam being last time.
Do
probably,
you?
It probably isn't.
Well, it is dependent on the chilies that we get on the time of year, because sometimes they're grown and they're really fierce, and other times they're not quite as hot.
Right.
So, yes, you could just have a hotter batch slightly. But it tends to be a bit more consistently, and to be fair, we did make it slightly hotter.
There you go. There you go.
You heard it from the horse's mouth.
You do get that sweetness and spicy contrast, though.
Absolutely,
Very much
yeah.
so with the jam.
Really, really good. It's great with fish cakes. You can marinate salmon with it. If you're doing wings in the summer, it's great for putting on chicken wings and then barbecuing them. It's really good.
This is a new product we're going to try now, isn't it? Chillimanjaro.
It is Chillimanjaro, the pink label. That one is basically because we made the Chillimanjaro, and for a lot of people it was too hot. So we decided to make a version that was a bit milder. Go on, say it. Go on.
No, say they really enjoyed the flavour of the Chillimanjaro. They find the heat a little too much.
Right.
And somebody said, "Can you make the same thing but not so hot?" And we thought, yeah, of course we can.
Yeah.
So we did, and it's proved to be incredibly popular. because
Really popular.
People love the flavour without.
I get you. Without it being
when
so
they're
spicy.
done,
Yeah.
And
Okay.
actually, at the Northwest Food Lovers Festival late last year, Simon Rimmer used this in his food demonstration.
You know you've arrived when that
Hey?
happens. Well done, you.
Good plug there as well.
I know, absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, you got a name drop, haven't you? You got a name drop where you can.
Hey, I could go up there with a HRH, the Duke of York, if you really want me to name drop.
Well, we can't top that, me and
There you
Louis.
go,
Right,
guys.
let's take this. So this is Chillimanjaro.
Chillimanjaro, great with cheese. Real tasty. So it's your Indian flavours with a little bit of heat.
Delicious.
And we make a lovely curry with that as well, because you can use these two, the Indian ones, you can use it as a curry paste as well, or if you add like natural yoghurt to it, just calms the heat down slightly, and you can use it as a marinade.
There's a much stronger Indian flavour comes through in that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was going to say the Indian flavour, it hits you straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah, well,
Lovely.
I like to say we go on a little journey around the world with bongos.
Okay.
We start off in England with the jam, and then we go to India. So
Where are we going next?
We're still in India.
Okay.
We're just slightly...
West Bengal.
Yeah, West Bengal. There you go. So this one is your Chillimanjaro, made with fresh green Indian chilies.
So this is the same flavour as the previous one, but
Very
just
similar.
hotter.
You get a slightly different flavour with the green chilies, because obviously with them being green,
Well, I can see the chilies there, yeah.
they're a little sort of got more bite to them than the red chilies.
Oh, yes. Get that crunch straight
Yeah.
away, which is wonderful.
Yes, you do get crunchy. I'm just waiting to see if your face is going to go bright red now. Not too bad.
I'm loving
Nice.
this. I am adoring this. As you say, it works so well with the cheese,
It's
doesn't
amazing
it?
with cheese, isn't it? I think it's the thing that cheese has been missing is Chillimanjaro.
All these centuries.
All these
Where
centuries.
have you guys been?
I know, this is it. Here we go. Well, I've started calling Bongo Heisenberg now. I think he's actually invented chili crack, and I think this is it.
Next, it's Extreme Chili Crush.
Extreme chili crush.
Do not be
So-
put off by the name, ladies
No,
and gentlemen.
This
absolutely.
one has
no.
me wary, I'll
Are
be
you-
honest.
are you worried,
Yeah.
are you?
It's in a smaller pot than the rest.
It is. Well, it's made with groundnut oil, which is very good for you. So it's not palm oil. We steer clear of anything palm oil because it's so devastating to the environment to make it. So here we are. We've left India and we're off to sort of Thailand.
Okay.
So imagine yourself
Bring
on
it
a
on.
beach.
Yep.
You've got some lovely noodles. So that's that one there.
Okay. Pop that in now.
Go. There you go. That one there.
Oh, so you make me even more apprehensive that there's a tiny little dot of this one in comparison to...
This one, you get bags of flavour first. You get all those lovely sort of Chinese and
Yes, I'm getting
Thai
that.
flavours.
And then the heat comes for
it
you.
Kicks in the back
Yes.
of the throat.
How do you achieve that?
Bongo. It's clever.
It really
It's,
is.
You know, it's all about timing.
He's so showbiz.
I know.
This is the one you've been tweeting about, actually, Manny,
Yes.
in the run-up to the show today. Firework jerk.
The
This
firework
is
jerk.
the hottest you've ever done, then, yeah?
This is the hottest one to date. To date. I'm trying to persuade Manny to make a hotter one because we have been asked for it, but he's being reluctant. But, you know, I'm his wife, so I tend to...
You'll get your own way in the end.
Usually I get
Yeah.
my own way eventually after a little procrastination.
happen. It's gonna happen.
So this one, we're on a beach in the Caribbean. The water is lapping gently on the white beach.
Okay, I'm there.
Grab one of those.
I'm there. So this is
we call
firework
it a
jerk.
dipinade. You can use it straight out the jar as a dip, so you can add it straight on your food out the jar, or you can marinate chicken in it and then barbecue or grill it or roast it. Fish, really good with fish. So you get lots of Caribbean flavour and spice, and then you get a nice heat level with it.
What's amazing is the difference between these different pickles. I instantly tasted India earlier
Yep.
on. I'm
Yeah.
instantly tasting the Caribbean now.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's beyond amazing how you do that, how you get all that into a little jar of pickle.
It's money. It's,
Well, it's
you know,
both of us, in fairness.
well, yeah, absolutely. But, you know, it's a creative thing. Cooking is all about
Just
creation.
an awful lot of fun.
And that's the only one that's slightly brought tears to my eyes, but in an enjoyable
I
way.
actually think that was fine.
That's good.
That's
you
delicious.
see, we've
Lovely.
converted him.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Lily. Thanks,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Now, I know you guys are going to be at the Food and Drink Festival
We
Can't
certainly
wait.
are.
over
yeah.
Easter. I saw you there last year, and you did quite well, I think, didn't
It
you?
was fantastic for us last year. Yeah, we absolutely loved it. We had a fantastic pitch. We were given a brilliant pitch. The festival itself was amazing. It was busy all the time. We
Yeah,
met some great people.
absolutely.
Got a pile of information because it was one of the first things we
Well, it
did,
was,
and
it
we'd
was.
only been going.
It was
a
our
couple
first
of
food
months then,
festival,
yeah.
so we
Yes,
tipped
indeed.
up not really knowing what to expect. I just got absolutely bombed.
It was like
brilliant.
30,000 people
Yes, I
there
know, we
over
had
the
no
weekend.
idea.
It's
It was
amazing.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Where else can people find you if they can't wait till Easter to get hold of your pickles?
They can find us on our website. You can buy now straight off the website, which is www.bongosrockandrollpickles.co.uk. So you can buy straight from there. On there as well, there's also a list of our retailers. We're stocked at places like Matas International Foods in Liverpool City Centre. We're at the Hollies Farm Shop. We're at Foresters in Kingsley, Grantham's Deli and Alderley Edge. You know, so we really are getting a name. We're looking for somewhere in Chester. If anybody knows, wants to stock us in Chester, that would be marvellous.
Get in touch through the website bongosrockandrollpickles.co.uk.
That's the one, absolutely.
And I'm just starting to get a little kickback now on the last one. Is that normal?
Yes.
Couple of minutes on?
It has a delayed.
Are you, Louis?
Delayed reaction.
He's gone quiet,
I
so
had
I'm
it- I
taking
had
that
it
as a
straight
yes.
away.
Oh, did you?
I felt the heat straight away, but I can't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're all happy, aren't we?
Yeah,
We're all
nice.
happy.
Well, chilies make you happy.
They do, and we are. And
Release
thank
good
you
endorphins.
so much for coming in, because it's lovely to taste these
it's a
pickles
great pleasure.
and to see you guys again. Always love spending time with you, and as an excuse to play a couple of Tears for Fears songs on the
Absolutely.
show. Perfect.
Thank you, Gavin. Thank you for having
Not at all.
us.
We'll see you at the Food and Drink Festival over Easter. And Louis, I know we'll speak a lot more between now and the actual festival,
Yes,
because you guys, Allington Hughes, sponsoring it. You're going to get involved in the sausage judging, aren't you?
As always, yeah.
So that's next week, I think, isn't it?
It's coming up soon. It's got a big star in my diary.
So I bet it
does
has.
every year. So
No breakfast required that
we were just
morning.
saying how good the products they go with sausages actually. So I'm definitely going to.
we'll take a couple of jars of this with us, shall we?
Oh, if you're going to be so insistent.
Yeah, that wasn't so insistent,
I will
trust me.
drop some in for
It's a
you.
good idea. Brilliant. Thank you guys very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you so much, Gavin.
Thank you, Gavin.
Bye, everyone.
And
See you soon.
Taste Cheshire Tuesday returns next Tuesday, just after 6. All part of the run-up to the Food and Drink Festival.
If you've suffered an accident or injury, why shouldn't you be compensated? Mark Lampkin is the experienced local solicitor who'll fight for your compensation.
You don't need an appointment. Just come and see me.